Thank you for coming. Now it's a special day today. It's sort of more or less the day where we have to celebrate that we have worked a very hard year, and hopefully we have very good results. It will be a combination in Danish and English, and I hope everybody will understand it. But this idea for Focus 35 was to develop, and the vision was to really to create a good environment that we could improve ourselves. And I would say some of this result we'll see today is that we have been successful for this. Today it will be 6 Danish speaking participants and 2 groups for English. 55 different farms. So it's a broad spectrum from different areas in this. And we are now broadcasting from 4 different places. All of us, we have changed and we have developed and improved. And one of the things that we have idea, also what we have for today, is that we should improve ourselves. And what we learned today from these presentations that we had is that we really focus on the colostrum, the first milk, that this is very necessary to improve. We've discussed this for many, many times. And sometimes we say, you can wait 6 hours before you can move the pigs, or you can wait 24 hours. But now we must say that actually 12 to 18 hours is necessary in order to have a maximum uptake of colostrum. One of the other things that we have seen is that there will be enough colostrum. There will be 7 liters of colostrum, and if you are able to distribute for all the piglets, that will be actually enough to have a good uptake of colostrum. And one of the other things that the vaccination is very, very important. And what we have also seen that some of the farms that Sanne described, we must say that even though we had a very good vaccination plan, it was not successful. There was not enough antibodies in the milk. And in some of these farms we have changed, and actually we changed that we put up an extra 0.5 milliliter of dose for these farms. So if we change the vaccine, that instead of 2 milliliters of vaccine, we gave 2.5. And this will just to be sure that they will have enough vaccine. We know when you do a lot of vaccination, you do it fast. Many times it's only 1.5 cc of vaccine in the dose. And this is some of the things that we can see. If we change this, it will be better. So be careful what you do with the vaccination. Also, for sure, we learned that PPV is it's a very old disease, but we have a new combination, and we need to be careful about this. And I believe many of the farms that we see problems, especially for the gills not having enough total born, and also empty sows or like this. And we must also say that we'll see later that enough of our farrowing rate is simply too low in order to the effort that we actually do. We work a lot to improve this, but still it's more or less the same. And this can be that this parvo can be a part of the problem. I don't see it's necessarily the whole problem, but it can be a part of the problem. For sure, this trial and testing that we did is the same as we do every year. It's been done. It's from 3 months, from March to May in 2025. Now, it was the same period in 2024. For the live-born, we must say, in comparison to 2009 and in comparison to now, 2025, we must say there's been an enormous increase from 14.25 and now until more or less 19. There's a huge variation in this, 14.5 to 20.8, but it's still enormous improvement. we must say that this number 2009, we have to see the next is 2019. So it's not only one year, but it's simply because we don't show for all these years. So in comparison to last year, it's an increase of 0.15 total born. And stillborn, we must say this has been a very nice change. We have seen that we're always battling for around 1.8 to 2 stillborn per liter in many, many years, and now seems to be decreasing to 1.76. And many farms, we must say that it seems to be going better. I also believe that the quality of the newborn piglets are now better, and in this case, it seems to be more easy for them to make a parturition very good. So in this case, it's going down, and for many years, it's more or less stable. And for the first time since 2009, now we are less than 1.8. Weaned piglets per sow per year, per liter. It's going up really also since we started in 2009 for 10.3 to now 16.6. And this also a very huge development. Seems to that the sows now taking care of the piglets much better. And this is a very good development. And more or less all the years in this Focus 35, we have seen an increase of the weaned piglets per liter. So this is a very good development. Also seems to that the sows are milking better. So this improvement is for this year, more or less half a piglet, and this must seem it's a very good development. Farrowing rate, as we just briefly discussed before, it seems to be very, very stable, but there's more or less no change in 15, 16 years. Actually crazy. We had a lot of Focus 35, how to improve, how to do better, be careful for your inseminations, really try to do it better. But more or less, it will end up the same. It's a little bit frustrating, but we must say that there's no solution until now. But perhaps there's some ideas for this parvo that we know that this can be a part of the problem. Not necessarily the whole problem, but can be a part of the problem. We know that the semen from the boar studs, they have also parvo in the semen. So some of this, and we never check in the boar stud, so for sure they will distribute this to many of the farms. One of our farms just asked, is it the vet going from this parvo, bringing to the farms? And then I say, yeah, we never bring diseases to the farm. That's our idea, but for sure we cannot be completely sure that we don't bring it, but the most probable reason is that they bring it for the semen when you take semen into your farm. The pre-weaning mortality, and this is actually also very, very good, and the lowest we have been ever. So very good, and thank you for you. We started up for more or less 13.5 and been higher and a little bit lower, but still it was around 14% for many years, and now seems to be 12.2 achieved now in the last three months. So this is actually very, very good. So I would like to say for everybody here and also from the audience, very good work, because this is hard work, like also Karina described how to do it, and Sanne, it's about really to ensure the colostrum and also to ensure that the sows are happy so they can milk very well and be a part of this solution. Weaned piglets per sow per year started up in 2009 was 28, and now it's in average in these groups is 37.4. This is very, very good. Incredible, successful. We must say, in comparison to all other countries in the world, that all of them are lower in average. So it's very successful, and it's also because of the labor and the people that are taking care of the pigs. It will be step by step, and we must say for many years the genetic development was that we achieved more or less 0.5 every year, and this is also what we are still doing. There will be in the future that this will not develop further because there will be no more total born. So in this case, many of the genetics that we are also working with, Danish genetics will try to keep it at the same level, and for sure Topics Northwind will try to improve, but in a much lower level. So in this case, I think in this Focus 35 area, it will not develop much further for this. But again, it was incredible increase for more or less one piglet wean per piglets per year, and this is very, very good. For the new season, for 2025, I believe there will be new figures to look at. It will be sow availability. It's a very big issue for many of us, and also especially from the Food and Drug Administration from Denmark. They will look to this, that how can it be that we have so many dead sows? This is a big issue also for the government and for the public concern, and we would like to focus for this as well. We also did this for more or less all our farm visits, but still it's a little bit frustrating that we are not improving better. Now we will put in some of the figures that you'll see every month so you can compare. There is a huge difference between the farms. Some is actually 4%, and some is 35-40%. 35% sow mortality is crazy high. It will be better, hopefully. The genetic development will be that they will focus on this, so there will be lower sow mortality in the future. But we must say it goes slowly, as we also heard for this Focus 35, will be one percentage every year lower. You can count on. But if you are 22, then it's a long way to go to 10%. Then we'll go also for check for hemoglobin. Dr. Paul Toft is investigating a lot of farms for hemoglobin. It's very important that the blood values are very good in order to have a good performance for the growing pigs and also for the finishers, and perhaps also for the sows. Can be part of the reason that we are having a very high sow mortality. We don't want to make a lot of writings to each other, but if you have any good suggestions, what we could put up for this in a Focus 35 meeting, then you just let us know. We'll try to put it in or bring in some expert to have this in as well. Now we need to go further. We have to reveal what's going on. And this idea was actually when we started up, and this that we would like to celebrate, especially for the farms that had the best going forward. It's the improvement for this was the most important. Not only to be the best, but also to have a very good improvement, because everybody is winning for this improvement. So that's what we are celebrating, especially for the farms that had the best improvement. And for sure, there's a winner, but there's also be a third place. And in this case, it's Milvej that done very, very well from an already very high performance to now going from 38 to 42. An improvement in this period is 4.16 piglets. So very, very good. And the second place go to Rumlund. Very, very good also development in comparison to last year 32 to now 37.6, 5.6 piglets per sow improvement. Very, very good and very nice to see. And the winner for weaned piglets per sow has improved. It has actually 30.7 weaned piglets per sow and had a lot of problems for PRS. But they turned everything around and improved things, and now they are now 39.7. So actually an improvement for 9 piglets for 1 year. So that's a huge difference also. So, and this farm is for sure improving. Martin Petersen from Heine is actually in the west part of in Holstebro. I hope they are here, and I hope they will celebrate them a little bit. But I think from us, we'll give them an applause. There will be some photographs from there, and will be distributed later. Should I go on further? Should we wait a little bit for this? Come on. No. Yeah. Some pictures from the farm. And they have 4,000 Danish crowns to make an bowling or whatever they would like to do. So hope they will enjoy. Best productivity right now is for sure always very interesting. And the second and third place is also here. And number 3 is Hvitfeldt corn, and now 43.2 weaned piglets per sow. Very good. Yeah, we can applaud. And the second place is Mette Anders Lundsgaard. They are out in holiday, I think, but 43.68 weaned per sow. And then for the winner from the last 3 months, it shows 20.8 more or less born alive, 1.97 stillborn, actually a little bit high for stillborn, but the total born is incredibly high. Weaned piglets per litter, 19.25, and weaned 44.2 weaned piglets per sow per year. Weaning per weaning, and this is average in farm, is 13.5, so they are doing very well, 14.14. And farrowing rate is more or less the same as all the other farms. But the mortality in the farrowing room is 7.35, so very low mortality. So this is very, very good. We very often see like this in many farms that when they are very good results, then the weaning weight is a little bit lower. And I think that's also what we see in many when we are plus 40 weaned piglets per sow, then the weaning weight is a little bit lower. But it's very, very impressive. So the congratulations for everybody is E.S. Lundsgaard from Neumann, so I think we all... It's very, very good. These are 2 brothers, hardworking brothers, we must say, having very good results. And this is the team. Very good. And 2 bottles of wine, because it was improvement that was the most focused. So they 1 bottle for each brother, I think, will go, or from the whole staff. Not a big party, so to say, but it's so. So we have to close for today. Next web backup will be 7th of July, And the next meeting will be in November, 27th of November. Thank you for participating. It was a great pleasure for you to see here. And hopefully you'll have a very good summer and good harvest as well. And thank you for today. Is there any questions or comment that you'd like to address like this? No, it's not necessary to say anything, but could be that somebody had to add something. Good. Then you have to work, all of you, to have the same results next year.